Hello, and welcome. My name is Rich. This is Champions Online, a superhero MMO based on the Champions pen and paper RPG. I am playing the character of Technical Issues. I'm not quite sure where the green glow is coming from, but never mind. It's probably not permanent, probably temporary. Oh yes, it's a radiation shield, that's right. It'll wear off in probably about 10 minutes or so. I'm playing to absorb the story that's being told by the game. All too often, I know I just rush through MMOs without paying attention to what the text boxes are telling me about what's going on. You get some information about it from cutscenes and from the quests or missions that you get given. But generally speaking, in my experience, I just rush through. So I want to get to the next level. I want to get to the next power. So in this stream, I'm just taking my time at a chill pace, reading all of the text aloud sometimes, if there isn't any voice acting going on. And I have made it to level 34 of 40, so it's not a terrible way of doing things. You do get there eventually. We are on Monster Island, which is kind of a combination of a kaiju island and the island of Dr. Moreau. So this region has lots of what are called Manimals, which have been created by Dr. Moreau through unspecified mutagenic means rather than vivisection as in the original story. Here we fought the Kular, who are an alien species of invaders who have attempted to invade the Earth a couple of times before. At least once, although I'm sure that I remember... Oh no, maybe it was the Gadroon. Well, anyway, one of several species who have tried to invade the Earth. This region contains, not a Viper, Argent dudes, who are sort of high-tech villains. Not to be confused with Viper, who are also high-tech villains, but with a snake theme. You might notice from this map that we do have a couple of missions here on Monster Island, but these are very difficult missions, particularly Rhinoplasty here. We are supposed to break into a lab, and I'm going to leave those until I'm high enough level that I can do them comfortably solo. So I'm going to come back to those probably at level 40, so in 6 levels time. And we are just talking to Major DeLuna. Well met, my friend. Tell me, do you have any news of Argent? It is my appointed task to investigate them. They claim this place is a wildlife preserve, but I think we both know better. Unspeakable cruelties are perpetuated here. Argent flies in corporate bigwigs and lets them hunt kidnapped Manimals for sport. I also hear Argent brings their enemies here and dumps them into the untamed wild. So Manimals are basically furries who were created by science, and broadly speaking, I mean, most of the ones that you meet when you're on Monster Island hate humanity. They either are loyal to Dr. Moreau or just continue his conditioning, whether they like him or not. But there are some good Manimals who help humans, want to live alongside humans, like humans, broadly speaking. Certainly the player character, who helps them considerably. But even for the bellicose Manimals, the ones who have some animosity towards humans, I wouldn't wish being hunted for sport on them. So of course I will be helping the Manimals to escape. Thank goodness you're here. Technical issues. I have some things I need help with. So frequently I notice elements in the text of the game where I'm like, could have done with a little bit more work. Maybe one more pass with someone with editing experience, which I have. I did English and creative writing at university, so telling stories is kind of my thing. But more broadly, words and how they get put together in pleasing ways. Major Nesta de Luna is the Untitled agent assigned to monitor Argent's activities and build a case that the corporation is violating international law. Okay, I don't know why Until are investigating Argent internationally. Oh no, it's UN, isn't it? United Nations. So, fair enough. Hey, Livy! Yes, I do word good. I do the word. Words. It's time to send a message to Argent. We're not going to tolerate their exploitation of Manimals in the so-called Monster Island Wildlife Preserve. Collect their wildlife observation reports of Argent... Collect their wildlife observation reports of Argent agents. That really needs to be the. And let's see what this crooked conglomerate is up to. If there is one person who knows the evils Argent has perpetuated around here, it would be Dr. Janice Sellers. You've heard of her, right? The noted zoologist and animal rights crusader. She's come here to help free the oppressed Manimals of this island, which means that Argent will be gunning for her soon enough if you don't step in and stop them. Dr. Sellers is said to be working with the friendly Manimals in their encampment, hidden in the western part of the central jungle. All the Argent soldiers are dangerous, but the combat engineers are the ones who keep this place running. If you take out enough of their combat engineers, it would certainly hinder Argent's operations. The combat engineers are often found near the power station in the southeastern part of the preserve, or up around the lodge. Argent agents are trained to keep their mouths shut even under extreme duress. The best way to get information on their operation is to get it from their computer systems. To do that, you'll need an access keycard. They are normally carried by Argent counteragents. After you get one of those, you'll need to find an unsecured terminal. Fortunately, I have located one in the power station in the southeastern portion of the preserve. Once you have the data, return to me so we can see what they see. Yes. So you may notice that the sky is a little bit different this time. That's because we're currently in the middle, well, at the beginning, not the middle of, the beginning of the Halloween event, the Blood Moon. Nothing, I don't think anything in particular happens anywhere but Millennium City. And I've never actually taken part in the Halloween event. Even though I've been playing the game for, on and off, about 10 or 11 years. So I don't actually know much about it. However, we won't be finding out any more today because I haven't played it at all, and I don't want my first play on stream to be on stream. So I will play the event on a different character just to find out what's going on, probably my main, and get an idea of how long it takes, what's involved, and then probably next time on Wednesday, or maybe Friday, I'll actually play online. Ooh, hello, we're being attacked by a flak cannon. Stop that. With Penny the Woo, no, Penny the Woo has been deleted so that I don't have to worry about accidentally playing him and getting in copyright trouble. But Penny the Woo, I would want to play the Halloween event with a max level character. So my main, who's a magic dude, will be the one that I play the Halloween event on. I don't actually have a mission to do anything with those guys. I'm just messing them up because I feel like it. Oh, won't someone help? Please help these poor Manimals. Yeah. I mean, they're not exactly helpless. Here to lend a hand for a good cause, hero? Me too. My name is Dr. Janice Sellers. I've dedicated my life to preserving nature and protecting wildlife. What better place to do this than here on Monster Island? Well, I expect there are a number of better places. Thank you for coming here, hero. Zoologist and animal rights crusader. So that happens periodically. That's just the volcano being spicy. I don't know that actually being ground zero incurs any damage. It damages NPCs, but I don't know that it damages you, the player. Or, well, no, I mean, it wouldn't damage you, the player, at all. I mean, you're sitting at a computer. I don't know that it damages the player character. Zoologist and animal rights crusader devoted to stop... Surely that should be stopping. Argent's cruel exploitation of Manimals. As eccentric as she is passionate, Dr. Sellers is a master chess player and an aspiring rock and roll guitarist. Huh. Okay. I wonder if she's based on somebody. Like a character from a show or a film or something. Or maybe an actual person. I'm not the only one fighting Argent in the name of Manimal freedom. A brave Manimal leader, Brother Whiteheart, is leading his fellows outside a tunnel in the eastern part of the preserve. He helps shepherd rescued Manimals to freedom, and there is no more noble cause than that. Well, I think there probably are. Argent calls this area a nature preserve, but it's actually our hunting ground. Don't believe me? What is a so-called nature preserve doing with all these crates of weapons and ammunition around its barracks? And if that ammunition isn't dealt with, it will be the innocent creatures of this island who will pay. Now, if I were to play devil's advocate for a moment, what if all the weapons and ammo in the barracks are for defending the preserve from poachers? I mean, you and I know that they're not. They're for Argent to use when hunting Manimals. But somebody that doesn't know that could, I think, be convinced. That Argent's weapons here are entirely innocuous. Well, have a good reason. I don't know that huge stockpiles of weapons and ammo are ever innocuous. Is this the barracks? I mean, I'm kind of expecting one of these to be the barracks, although I don't know whether... like... this area we're in here... how does one... emotes. Yes, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the typed commands for emotes are, so I have to use the menu. Oh, cool. My command is /em. Thank you. These Argent walls look an awful lot like Viper walls. I wonder whether they have the same contractor. That they have come in and do all the building for them. Oh, is this where the ammo is? Discrete Constructions Limited. Yes, perhaps. Well, these buildings are unique. Like, they aren't used by Viper. I'll do stop it. No, that's not taking the Argent Munitions quest up. Hello. As a combat engineer, we need to defeat them. Aha, lots and lots of ammo crates. Very interesting how... oh no, that one spawned in again. I was amused by how the ammo crate was sort of Tetris blocking in. There we go. Done. What was it? Both of these areas are engineering chaos. Okay, fair enough. So now I just want combat engineers whose days I can ruin. That was not what I intended to do. What's the betting that letting these guys out is going to be a mission? Ooh, nice. That was 3 of them all at once. I'm going to go over to... Oh, they're just going to let them leave. No interest whatsoever. I'm going to go to the other Argent area. Oh, being attacked by another flak tower. Flak cannon, rather. I can't be bothered destroying it. Those ball lightning chaps are a bit overeager. Ah, and that's the unsecured terminal that we need to... interact with. I do wonder about how much a computer would really like being in a humid jungle environment. Especially on the floor. Like, this is clearly quite clean concrete, but you can't clean under something that's bolted in place. Well, I mean, I assume that it's bolted in place. So, how much condensation is this filled with, do you reckon? And how many insects do you suppose live within it? Is that all the missions? It is. Cool. Let's go and meet with Brother Whiteheart, because, well, we're probably going to need to. This will just be an introduction mission that gets us more missions, although I don't know what elevation he's at. Is he up here? That's a totem thingamy. Is he down here? Oh, he'll be down here, won't he? My friend, your reputation for bravery and heroism precedes you. It indeed is fortuitous timing you've arrived here. The kidnapped Manimals in this neighborhood are in desperate need of a hero. We cannot allow Argent to kidnap my people and use them for sport. The human barbarism must end. Indeed. Dr. Sellers sent you? That woman has a heart as big as a teleosaurus. Well, probably not, but it's a nice metaphor. Leader of the Manimal resistance against Argent. Young and headstrong, with just enough wisdom to temper his penchant for risk-taking. Finder of lost Manimals. One of my trusted brethren, the hot-headed Brother Joshua, has been captured by Argent. He now languishes in the western docks where Argent plans to take him away. Technical issues. Is there some way you could help him? Well, yes, but I don't know how much he'll learn if I just bail him out. It seems like bailing him out would just reward his risk-taking behavior. But I mean, if he gets messed up, or if he messes up again after I'm gone, then, well, they should have tried learning his lesson the first time. And to think I used to complain of the cruelty of Moreau's army, but Argent kidnappers are worse. They take Manimals from their home and dump them in their wildlife preserve for Argent's hunting pleasure. Perhaps it is time to return the tables on Argent. Sounds good. Oh, right, over here. Okay. Is that a teleosaur? Yes. Okay. Oh. Do stop it. Great work, technical issues. I can hear those Argent creeps moaning and groaning over the bruising you gave them from here. Well, I don't know that I bruised them. I think I cooked them a bit. With lightning. Great work, my friend. Argent is running scared now, no doubt about it. Extraordinary work, technical issues. You have a true knack for superheroics. Do you know that? Yes, I would hope so. I've been doing it for a while now. I've saved the Earth 3 times already. Argent's nature preserve is actually a hunting retreat for Argent's Big Shot's shareholders. But they also use it to make enemies of their company disappear. Industrialist Henry Lee is their latest target. Argent flew him out here to butter him up for a business deal, but when he declined to sign away his holdings, they decided they would just dump him in the middle of the jungle and see if they could put a scare into him. But Henry Lee is a tough old codger, and we think he is still alive and hiding in probably the southern area of the central jungle. Could you look for him? He's plenty tough, but he won't last forever out there. Yeah. Yeah, it would be nice if the Earth could just stay saved for a while. I definitely got Mr. Incredible's vibe there in the first film. Thank you, technical issues. Pardon me as I wipe a tear of gratitude from my eye. Now, maybe it's just the fact that that's written text and we can't get any, emotion from it, but writing it as though she's saying it directly seems insincere. Like, could they not put in, I don't know, square brackets, Janice wipes a tear from her eye in gratitude, like to indicate that it's an action, not that she is verbally saying it. Like, it just sounds sarcastic. The bad eggs. It pains me to say this, but I need you to destroy the eggs in the Argent hatchery. I've told you before about the dangers these teleosaurs pose to the environment. No, you haven't. Maybe it's one of the other missions. Argent's reckless teleosaur breeding is leading to an ecological disaster. I hate to say this, but their numbers need to be culled. Can you defeat some of the teleosaur hatchlings to help bring back the natural balance? Sure. It's Argent's monster breeders who are the real problem. They think they can just keep releasing more teleosaurs into the environment. It pains me to say that. Well, you've been pained 3 times in each mission. It's a bit repetitive. Pains me to say this, but we need to take some punitive measures. Feel free to rough them up. These Argent dirtballs have it coming. Okay? And now we'll... she's pained again to have to say this, but I need you to destroy the eggs in the Argent hatchery. I've told you before about the dangers these teleosaurs pose to the environment. This is the most humane option, really, and you'll be doing all of Monster Island a favour. Okay, I don't know why they've ordered the missions like that, so that the first one that you get in the list is also making reference to the fact that she's told you about stuff, or that she's already said, she's like basically that she's repeating herself. Oh, do go away. No one likes you. Oh, I think I've done this mission before. It was a real pain in the arse. I don't remember exactly why. I think it was because it's an escort mission and you have to help the dude, like, leave the area, but he's kind of an idiot and quite bad at saving himself. Or it might be that it was bugged out. I don't really remember. I've heard great things about you, technical issues, and it shames me to finally meet you in such a wretched state. Will you help me escape this Argent's bondage, so that I may yet again fight for the freedom of my people? Yes, I will help you escape from Argent's bondage, but if bondage is just something that you're into, I mean, I suggest you explore it in your own time. Brother Whiteheart sent you. He has a good heart, and wants to see the end of Argent's oppression. I thank you for whatever aid you are able to provide. Why can I not interact with him? Oh. They've started the mission. Oh no, maybe they haven't. Good-hearted Manimal captured in the night by Argent and released into their corporate hunting grounds. Okay. Will you aid me in reaching safety at our people's village in the central jungles? It is a perilous journey, and my battles against Argent have left me weak and in desperate need of assistance. Yeah, okay. Hopefully we can both do the mission at the same time without having to be on the same team. I mean, I assume that they have the same mission. Maybe it was the fact that it was a really long one that we had to get him. Is it here? Yeah, all the way back to the village. Like, usually an escort mission would probably end about here. They'd maybe have one or two ambushes pop out, or they'd just go through areas that ordinarily have mobs patrolling or just standing around. But this is quite a long one. Yes, Mr. Counter Agent. Shoot me with electricity. That's going to work out in your favor, isn't it? You can take it from here. The very border of your village. Okay. Very brave of you. What's this? Find industrialist Henry Lee. Here we are. He doesn't look that old to me. If those Argent dirtbags expect to get the better of Henry Lee, they're in for a surprise. Argent thought they could scare me into selling my financial holdings to them, and when I refused, they just left me out here to be killed. No-nonsense industrialist who refuses to compromise, even when threatened. After refusing Argent's offer he could not refuse, he was unceremoniously dumped in the middle of Argent Corporate Wildlife Preserve. Surely that should be the Argent Corporate Wildlife Preserve, and he's been running for his life ever since. I'll need your help if I'm going to get to safety. You said that Major DeLuna is up on the ridge. That sounds as good a place as any to get away from these Argent creeps. Okay, so another escort mission. What fun. How close do I have to stay to him? Or is it just that he was close? He just about got close enough to me to realise that I was in combat and started cowering. Okay, fair enough. Well, at least this one is shorter, probably. That's the volcano being spicy again. I wonder if I can turn off camera shake. Nice, very human pathing to walk all the way over here and then abruptly change direction and come over here. That's how humans walk. Hopefully I can just wait up here for him. He's not gonna get lost or ambushed or anything, is he? No. Okay, good. I'm glad you found Mr. Lee alive and well. He says that he has much to say about Argent and their operations here. I don't know how safe he'll be even if he leaves. I mean, yes, they turned him loose in a highly dangerous location, but they could just hire an assassin. Mr. Lee informed us that Harpco, an industrial rival of Argent, have hired a mercenary saboteur to attack Argent's Monster Island operations. There's been a few incidents around the Argent facilities. There have been a few accidents around the Argent facilities. Is it actually the work of a saboteur? Argent likes to keep their problems in-house, but if there is a mercenary saboteur running around, we really need to know about it. Looks like we're going to have to get tough with Argent until somebody spills the beans. Why? We could just help Harpco. I thought that I was absolutely sure when that mission text started that I was going to be told to find the saboteur and help them. Argent doesn't like to take no for an answer. Henry Lee tells me that Argent forced him to sign over several of his industrial holdings to them before leaving him in the jungle to die. Surely everything that the game has just been telling us is that he avoided doing that. He refused to sign over anything. And as a result, they turned him loose in the jungle. But now you're telling me that they forced him to sign over a couple of things before turning him loose anyway. Come on, be consistent, would you? If we can get those coerced bills of sale, it will help Mr. Lee make a case against Argent. The documents are in the hands of Argent's couriers. Look for them up on the north ridge near the lodge of the helicopter. Okay, so they've shoehorned in, retconned a bit of extra evidence to help against Argent, which I feel is really quite ham-fisted. Oh yes, I was going to turn off camera shake. Camera shake off. There we go. That'll stop the camera from fucking about even when the volcano is erupting. The secret of happiness is freedom. The secret of freedom is courage. The human philosopher Thucydides, Thucydides, Thucydides said that long ago, and it remains true today. Okay. Well done. Because of your bravery, more grateful Manimals will be reunited with their loved ones. I didn't do anything. Some of these Manimals are so exhausted and disconcerted by their ordeal that by the time they get to the Freedom Tunnel, they cannot navigate their way to safety. We need to light a clear path, or these poor Manimals will never be free. Light 9 flames in the Freedom Tunnel. Okay. We worked so hard to dig out our Freedom Tunnel, and it's been discovered by those Argent fiends. They're trying to take over the tunnel, and if that happens, all hope is lost for the Manimals. Surely they would just need to wait at the end of the tunnel? Also, you didn't do a very good job of disguising it. No, don't run that way. That's the wrong way. That's the way you... Hold on a minute. You dug out all of this. Why did you dig such a large area? What was the point? I mean, okay, maybe some of it was actually natural caves and you connected them all up, in which case fair enough, but like, if you dug all of this... Well, no, hold on. These are stalactites. They happen naturally, and that's a gemstone. This? Is that a punji pit? Yep. Why are you just standing around here? Oh well, look, I've released you. What you do after that is up to you, I suppose. And these are roots growing through the ceiling, so... Is that supposed to indicate we're very close to the surface? More punji pits. Lovely. I thought I was flying high enough above that it wouldn't trip on me. But apparently, just being close enough. Apparently punji pits in the game operate as a sort of column through space. That's stupid. Alright, I'll have to avoid flying above the punji pits then. I wonder whether taking out the handler renders them... No, they'll continue to attack me. Thanks, dude. That's a bit bright for a way out, isn't it? Just keep feeding me energy in the form of electricity from your taser. He am very smart. What even is the point in putting a punji pit in the corner like that? Like, along the route that the Manimals will take when they're leaving makes sense. But this is an odd interaction with the light sources in the game, isn't it? And here makes sense as well. I mean, this is a sort of a thoroughfare where you could expect Manimals to walk regularly. But over here, in the corner, does not, to me, make sense. Why am I lighting torches underneath cage lights? I keep getting the feeling that the people that put this together did not fully think things through. An open world mission. Manimal weaponsmiths are turning the bones of Father Elk's brethren into weapons. No good can come of this. Defeating the weaponsmiths and destroying their supplies of bones should put them out of commission for a very long time. The weaponsmiths are working around the boneyard on the tallest tier. The boneyard is west of the Bureau 17 outpost. Those weaponsmiths are tough, though. You'll want some help on this task. Recommended team size of the mission is 2. I think I'll be fine. Considering that these guys are now 3 levels below me. I wouldn't really call them smiths either. They're weapons crafters, sure, but you smith metal. You don't smith bone and wood and leather. Come on. There we go. It's always very odd how you can only destroy objects from some objects, not all, certain objects from certain directions. Like, apparently you're not quite in the right position. What was that about? It just rose into the air and then turned off the flight power. Odd. Defeated him just before, or just after he activated a lunge power and leapt past me and fell to the floor. That always amuses me. Decided to have his nap whilst he was in the air. Defeat 10 weaponsmiths. That's a lot. Although I suppose it does make sense that defeating that many of them would set the Manimals back. Or set Moreau's Manimals back. Weaponsmiths again. They're not actually smiths. They're not doing any smithing. I swear I came to this area before as well, like when I was doing missions for oh hey Mimo. Nice to see you. When I was doing missions for, was it Father Elk? I think that's his name. So quite why I didn't pick this up then, I don't know. Oops, he's about to jump at me. Okay, that's done. Oh, the hand-in's over there with Father Elk. Alright, let's get on the jet bike and zip over. What a brave specimen you are. It fills my heart with joy to call you my friend. Well, I'm probably never coming back here again. So don't get too fond of me. Oops, wrong button. Got a hand in with Brother Whiteheart, who will probably be the next leader. Once Father Elk. Well, no. The attacks on the jet bike are not as good. Unless you're implying that I could have stuck my escort target on the jet bike, in which case, yes, that would have been much more helpful. But unfortunately, the game does not allow us to take passengers. My friend, your reputation for bravery and heroism precedes you. It indeed is fortuitous timing. Oh, right, yeah, we already read that, haven't we? Splendid work, my friend. I know there will be many Manimals singing your praises after today. Or yowling your praises, as the case may be. Yeah, probably. Thank you for securing the Manimal Freedom Tunnel. The days of Argent oppression of Manimals are finally coming to an end. Well, I mean, it's only temporary. They know where the tunnel is now, and unless you put lots of guards on it who can stand up to Argent soldiers, they're probably just going to take the tunnel again in the future. And that's the atomic breath attack. Very nice. Godzilla reference. I don't remember what they're supposed to be. Yeah, descendants of the... Oh right, descendants of the dreaded teleosaur, radioactive lizard created by the power-mad biogeneticist Teleos. Teleos? And then abandoned. Okay, so Teleos has somehow managed to bioengineer what looks like, I think, a T-Rex. I mean, the teleosaur is huge. It's about the same size as the robot dinosaur that's the Megatheric that's walking around here, except it's not robotic. I suppose you might be able to make the assertion that it looks like a gigantic Utahraptor, but I don't know. I've not actually seen the teleosaur. I don't think. So, I mean, it's already impressive that he managed to bioengineer, or re-engineer, I suppose, these Utahraptor-looking things, or the T-Rex-looking teleosaur, but to give them atomic breath that manifests as a beam of green energy. I mean, I suppose we are in a superhero universe, so it makes sense. It's just, how would you even engineer that into a being? And the closest I can think that any creature comes to a ranged attack like that is either the archerfish or the bombardier beetle. So how he managed to give them a beam attack, I guess it's true. He's a genetic genius, or genetics genius. I can't argue with it. He might well be a megalomaniac threat to the world, but he is really and truly a biogenetics genius. That's clearly 2 eggs in that nest there. But destroying them only ticks the... Oh, it's egg nests. Okay, well, fair enough then. I'll let you have that, game. I'll let you have that. It's not the eggs themselves, it's the nests that I'm supposed to be destroying. So the fact that each egg pair counts as one single object doesn't actually count. Like, it's not something I can reasonably object to. Still kind of irritating, though. I mean, these nests don't look terribly difficult to reconstruct, and if you really wanted, like, the spirit of the mission, I think, is the destruction of the eggs, not the nests, because if you only destroyed the nests but left the eggs, they could still be found by other patrolling members of the Argent group and put into other nests for an incubation. I mean, the only difference you'd get is probably that all the eggs would hatch into the same gender, because I think that's how eggs work. Certainly dinosaur eggs. Although, I mean, having said that, teleosaurs aren't necessarily dinosaurs. Just because they look like dinosaurs does not mean that they are biologically dinosaurs. But, I mean, that's how taxonomists used to work. Like, if it looks like the thing, then it must be related to the thing. So, working under that assumption, teleosaurs are dinosaurs, and therefore, when they hatch, or when they're being incubated, I think it was eggs on the outside of the nest, and therefore the colder area would become male. and then the warm ones in the middle would become female. Well, that's the basis anyway. I don't know which way around it is, so it might be the opposite. It might be the males are in the middle and the females are on the outside. But either way, just destroying the nests and leaving the eggs would only mean that... oh, stop it. Wretched thing. You'd get teleosaurs of one gender, which I suppose would slow down the population. They wouldn't be able to breed quite so easily. There wouldn't be as many viable breeding pairs, but they would still have done enormous damage to the ecosystem of the area before that point, or before that became a slowing factor for them. What am I doing here? Cover his documents from Argent Courier. Okay, right. I need to find an Argent Courier who hangs out. Oh, here we are. No, that's Counter Agent. Argent Courier. There we are. Who hangs out by the helipad or by something else, but it doesn't matter where else he hangs out because I found him. There we are, and now. Yeah, well, unless the dinosaurs, the teleosaurs can morph, in which case, fair enough, that would be very dangerous. Although I don't know whether, like, we've already established that Teleos is a genetics genius. Whether he would consider things to that extent, and make it so that his teleosaurs can morph and change gender, so that they, like clownfish or any number of other species that can change gender, so that they've got a viable breeding population. I don't know. I mean, he seems to have focused all of his efforts in bioengineering around combat, at least in the monsters of his that we actually find. There's a bunch in Canadian North that we just didn't go and meet with technical issues yet, because we weren't high enough level to get the missions. But all of his efforts seem to be focused around direct combat. Like, it would make more sense if you wanted to be destructive with them to make them capable of breeding and outbreeding any other animal, because that would just completely destroy the ecosystem of wherever they happen to have been seeded. But yeah, I suppose it's possible that the teleosaurs can morph, but I don't know whether they do. Thank you. Monster Island owes you a great debt. Okay. I don't really care very much about Monster Island. They're not really an economic force, are they? This will teach Argent not to mess with Mother Nature, or, for that matter, Mother Nature's monstrous mutations. Wait, which mission was that for? Mother Nature didn't create the teleosaurs. Be kind to the teleosaurs, hero. If they attack you, they are just following their natural instinct. Well, there's a clue in the name. They're teleosaurs. They were engineered by Teleos, not nature. They don't have natural instincts. They have instincts that were bred into them at a genetic level by Teleos, who wants them to destroy us. So, yes, they're following instincts that they have been bred into them, but they're not natural instincts, because teleosaurs are not natural creatures. Perhaps the ecology of this island can finally return to normal now. Thank you. Doubtful. Well, you confirmed it. Those accidents were anything but. This means you need to tread cautiously. Technical issues. If there is a mercenary saboteur on Monster Island and you are snooping around Argent's operation, you'll likely become a target. Why? We have the same objective. I'm clearly a superhero. Any number of people immediately recognize that on sight. Why would a saboteur whose goal is to sabotage Argent target me? A known enemy of Argent. Surely they would want to work together, unless this is a mercenary with whom I have previous experience, who could be any number of people, I suppose. But why would a mercenary who is trying to take out Argent, who doesn't have any previous history with me, technical issues, the superhero, target me? Why would they not try and work with me? Mr. Lee will be very happy to see these documents, as will my own superiors at Untitled. Pretty soon our case against Argent will be rock solid. Well, hopefully you don't suffer any accidents before that happens. Someone has sabotaged the sonic beacons that keep the more dangerous creatures of Monster Island out of the preserve. The last time Quijibo and Teleosaurus came stomping through here, many innocent Manimals were trampled. Saving Manimals is not exactly a priority with these Argent creeps, so we need to repair those beacons before the trouble starts. You can find parts in Argent supply caches scattered around the Argent Preserve. Look for the big generators. You can take these parts and fix the control panels at the base of the radar dishes you see around. Why not just evacuate the Manimals from this area? Let Teleosaurus and Quijibo fucking rock through. Whoops. Oh, haven't pulled them. Fantastic. I thought for sure that I would. He's a bit confused. But he'll get over it. Why not fucking have the Manimals evacuate? There can't be that many of them. They've even got a special tunnel for it. What's up here? Oh, it's just a path. Okay. Sabotaged beacon. I don't agree with this. Much like I didn't agree with the mission where I was supposed to let myself get defeated by Viper in the Southwest Desert. That didn't make any sense either. Evacuate the non-belligerent Manimals and fucking leave the ones that stay belligerent even after you defeat their Argent enslavers to get trampled on because fucking I don't care. They insist on fighting even after they've been freed. No, this is not the Manimal home. This is the Manimal home of Manimals who are fine with humans, and this is the home of Manimals who don't like humans. Like, the only reason there are Manimals here is because Argent brought them here to use as hunting game, and there are some of the friendly Manimals who came here to free the ones that got captured. The goal is to stop Argent. And I don't know about you, but I think that a giant kaiju coming through and wrecking the place will have a much greater effect than I could possibly have. So my plan would be to evacuate all the Manimals and leave the sabotaged beacons so that there is no longer a perimeter defending the Argent area of the island from the giant flaming ape or the giant radioactive lizard. Why did that flak cannon have a Halloween goodie bag? Why was Halloween goodie bag the object added to the loot table for... I need fucking supplies. Alright, here we are. Get supplies. Repair beacon. There we go. Okay. Not sure where we're going next. That's all the missions from here. Probably will be told to come up here next. I've not done missions in this area before. Interesting to see what we're supposed to be doing. Though that was marvellous work for a hostile audience, my friend. Now the question is, who would sabotage an electrical fence and endanger so many people and Manimals? Didn't you say it was sonic beacons? Not an electric fence. It'd be really nice if the game could be consistent about what exactly it is that we've been dealing with. The saboteur has been identified as a freelance mercenary called Steel Commando. He was spotted going into the Argent hunting lodge on top of the northern ridge. No doubt he's trying to get the most ideal vantage point to have his explosives go off. Go into the hunting lodge and defeat Steel Commando while trying to defuse his bombs. Steel Commando is a dangerous supervillain, and killing any superhero who gets in his way just means a bonus to his paycheck. So if you get anywhere near him, be ready for a fight. Like, okay, fair enough. Saboteur is a supervillain called Steel Commando who will just arbitrarily kill superheroes who he comes across. Fair enough, let's stop him. Good idea. But the idea of sabotaging Argent's operations is not a bad one. That saboteur intends to blow the Argent hunting lodge off the map. I don't disagree with the goal. Listen, you know I have no love for Argent, but there are innocents in that place, and as much as I want Argent to pay for their crimes, I'd rather see them rotting behind bars than in graves. We've got lives on the line, technical issues. Make your way to the ridge line to the north and deactivate those bombs before it is too late. Why not? I agree with you. Probably don't kill Argent. Not that I think that their actions so far have been terribly defensible. But if he's already planted the bombs, why not evacuate Argent and then blow their hunting lodge so that they have all these resources destroyed? Oh, interesting. Where's that supposed to be? That's the rampage of Teleosaurus, resetting in an hour and 15 minutes. Does it take place here? No. Does it take place up here? Wow, look at this. Well, that's not the top of the volcano, is it? Difficult to see what's going on here, but... Bleak Lemurians. I would ordinarily say, hey, they're lizards, they enjoy the heat, but they're supposed to be amphibious and aquatic reptiles, so I actually don't think that they can be enjoying the volcano's environment very much at all. Particularly given that they're supposed to be water breathing, which implies to me that it's probably through the skin. That's how amphibious reptiles breathe in water, isn't it? Through the skin. So I have the feeling that such amphibious reptiles would not enjoy the environment of an active volcano very much. We're probably going to be introduced to him shortly, aren't we? So I'll leave that. We haven't actually got the mission to come and speak to him just at the moment. So, we are disarming bombs. Bomb disarmed, but not removed. So I'm going to headcanon it as my character is just leaving them there. Civilians who apparently are on board with Argent. So I don't know that I would consider them friendly. Personally, I would be quite happy to take them down. If it were me choosing who I would be able to target. And they're completely unbothered by the fact that I'm attacking the Argent security droid. Another fucking thing I don't agree with. Assume I need to actually enter the hunting lodge in this case through the front door. Yeah, there we go. To defeat Steel Commando. You know, the thing about steel is it's awfully conductive. Well, one of the things about steel. Hi there, champ. I'm going to have you have a nap. Heinrich Capell was denied access to the German army due to his psychological problems. Instead, Capell bought a lightweight suit of powered armor and a multifunction energy rifle from the warlord, and then welched on paying the bill. The warlord is presumably some kind of arms dealer supervillain. Steel Commando has an ongoing rivalry with the other superpowered mercenaries, Mech Assassin and Laser, spelt with a Z, and an ongoing feud with Warlord, who wants Capell's armor back. Well, I think, given the fact that he didn't pay for it, it's Warlord's armor, not Commando's armor. Let's give him a bad time. The orbital cannon attack, I think. Why isn't he a valid target? Why does this keep happening? Is he supposed to be laying bombs or something? I don't know. Oh, my character's gotten confused about what it is that she's doing. It's easy enough to fix that. There are elements of this that would make it seem quite cozy. Oh well. Why do you need a shark head on the wall? There are elements of this that make it seem quite cozy, like the seats and the bookshelves and the bar and the pool tables, but the floor is metal grating. Listen, I actually don't have a huge problem with hunting animals as long as you are hunting them with spears on foot. You know, to keep the playing field relatively even. If you're in a vehicle with a high-powered rifle and you're hunting, for example, lions during the middle of the day when they would ordinarily be just chilling in the shade then that's shitty behavior. Like, that doesn't require any skill or any bravery. But if you are on foot hunting rhino or elephants and you're armed only with a spear, then yeah, I would get behind that. Like, yeah, fair enough. Very impressive. Requires a huge amount of bravery and skill, and it puts your life on the line as well, because I feel like if you are going to take lives, you should be prepared for the possibility that your life might be taken. Great work. Steel Commando is no slouch. At this rate, you'll be able to take on Dr. Destroyer himself. Well, yes, okay. At this rate, perhaps. I have a lot of improvement to do to get to the level of taking on Dr. Destroyer from this point, but I will agree that I am going at a fair rate towards that end. The bombs are dismantled? Yes, well done. Of course, there is still the matter of the saboteur. Yeah, okay, we've done that one already. Commander Kwame, who is the dude that we saw over here. Here, I think. Great work, technical issues. That's all I have for you here. I have received reports that Viper is up to no good over at Slither Beach. Commander Kwame is in charge of the Untitled division stationed there. Find him and see what sort of help you can give him. You can find Commander Kwame along the road northeast of the Argent hunting lodge. Yeah, I knew we'd be getting an introductory mission. Sooner or later. You here to help take down Viper? About dang time. I'm working with the Project Snake Charmer division of Until. I've been chasing after Viper scum my entire career. I said I'd follow these Viper creeps to the ends of the earth, and look, here I am. Yeah, I'm almost 100% sure that you meet Major Rashisa Kwame during the Snake Charmer adventure pack. No time for proper introductions, technical issues, we can chat later. Right now, we have bigger snakes to skin. Ooh, leveled up. Until agent from Kenya, leader of Project Snake Charmer, a division devoted to taking down Viper. Whacking day. Nice Simpsons reference there. We really ought to have a handle the Viper agents around. We really ought to have a handle the Viper agents around Island Nest Viper by now. Surely that should be on the Viper agents. Or ought to have handled the Viper agents. Come on, you can do English better than this. But it seems like every time we foil one of their plots, they have another at the ready. We need to get a step ahead of them, and the best way is to collect their Serpentine Network reports. Those are orders that come directly from the Supreme Serpent. You're up for the job, aren't you, technical issues? Heck, you look just about ready for anything. Yeah. Major George Moore is keeping an eye on Viper activity closer to the nest. I haven't heard from him in a while, though. Maybe you could check in on him? He might need some assistance. So, either that's a rescue mission, or it's an introductory mission to a new quest giver, or mission giver. Viper is making deals with Moreau and his freaky Manimal creations. A Manimal ambassador is at the Viper compound right now to hash out an arms treaty. But if you take out the ambassador, it will ensure his dirty deal never gets sealed. So I have to assume that it's arms coming from Viper to the Manimals, not the opposite way around, because as we explored earlier today, the Manimal weaponsmiths are working with bone and presumably wood and leather, maybe stone. So I cannot imagine that the Manimals are producing weapons that Viper wants. So it has to be Viper producing weapons that the Manimals want. But what on earth are the Manimals offering in return? Oh no, I probably know the answer to that. We've already read a bunch of Viper reports that are like littered around Viper areas, including information about all sorts of science experiments attempting to create super soldiers. So the fact that Moreau has some kind of mutagenic compound that he uses to create Manimals would absolutely be something that Viper would be interested in, I expect. They probably want to create reptilian Manimals. We haven't actually seen any of those. We've only seen avian and mammal Manimals. Probably largely because the Lemurians have got reptile enemies on the island taken care of. We've got that market cornered. But it's probably not the case that the Manimal formula can't be used on reptiles. It's just that he doesn't, for some reason. Viper is amassing crates of Omicron tech around their main compound area. You know, the stuff they use to make that monster Ripper. What? What monster Ripper? The stuff they used to make that monster, comma, Ripper. Why not take some of that Omicron tech off their hands so we don't have to contend with another Ripper? Yes, that makes sense. And there's another person over here. It's a friendly robot, jolly good. Dr. Buhoslav Strasky. Hope you're enjoying your time on Monster Island. This is about as far from Millennium City as you can get. There's some amazing indigenous wildlife here. Unfortunately, most of it is hungry and dangerous. Czechoslovakian biologist and researcher geneticist studying island flora and fauna. A workhorse known for putting in exhaustive hours without ever showing any signs of strain or fatigue. Impressive. Viper is trying to expand its territory, and the Bureau 17 robots defending the area are at a disadvantage. They could use a big, strapping superhero like you to lend a hand and help turn the tide of the battle. Remnants of Department 17. The Bureau 17 robots we sent to defend this area are hopelessly outnumbered. Viper is tearing them apart, literally. Bureau 17 doesn't have the budget to cover all those wasted droids, so pick up every spare part you can find, and we'd be very grateful. Like, that sentence could have been put together more elegantly. Maybe, like, if I had a script and I rehearsed it a couple of times, I could make it flow, but just reading it aloud the first time with no preparation, it's not an easy sentence to read, is it? Now, I had a bit of a think before the stream, and I feel like I want to create a new costume for my superhero, or adjust this one, really. So I think I'm going to do that in honor of going on the attack against Viper. What do I want? I can take a power now. What's the next power I want? It's probably going to be Electric Sheath. Yes. Well, I can take a second travel power. Should I take a teleport power? Well, it says teleportation. It's actually phasing. Or should I take athletics? I think I'll leave that for another time. And what specialization did I want to take? That one. Okay. Go to my hideout. I already know what kind of armor I want to put on my character, so this will not take very long. Hopefully. Oh, there's Defender. Didn't realize he was here. I'm pretty sure that none of the rest of the heroes are members of the game's canon. Oh no, that's not where I want to be. This is... Where the heck is... Tesla? That's weird. Oh, there we are. Armor Tesla. Okay. That's why it's confusing me. See, everywhere else it's Tesla, but the chest is Armor Tesla. For no reason. Not sure about adding the leg stuff. It might be a bit much. And it's also, I think, arm accessory Tesla. No, okay. Unless it's up here, armor Tesla. No. I mean, I suppose I could use one of the armor plate designs. That wouldn't be out of place. Like this. If I was going for full armor. Yeah, let's adjust this slightly. And also go with armor Tesla. Okay. Again, this is armor Tesla, not just Tesla. That's weird. And there are some back options as well. Tesla 4 coil or Tesla 2 coil? Yeah, I think that's good. How tall is my character? 6 foot. I thought so. Should I adjust the undersuit? I think it works perfectly well. There's a whole range of other ones that I could use, like I could use hollow hex armor to add extra armor. It doesn't really blend so well, does it? That looks even worse. It's clipping through. Is there a hollow hex? No. It's just bands, isn't it? Okay, let's undo those. It ain't broke. Let's not fix it. Put on the costume. we go. Now we have some real power armor. Let's go and contact Major Moore for even more missions. You like eggs, kid? You may not after I'm through with you. As far as I'm concerned, if I never see another blasted egg again, it'll be too soon. Thanks for coming all this way. I've got some work for you. Not surprised there. Surly and somewhat erratic Untitled agent assigned to make sure Viper is not able to cultivate and hatch giant monster eggs. It's entirely possible Major Moore has been out here under the hot Monster Island sun for too long, because he is beginning to show signs that he is starting to crack up. Yes, the man assigned to the egg issue is cracking up. Ha ha ha! Real knee slapper there. The jungle to the south is crawling with Viper extractors, collecting teleosaur eggs. They want to hatch a monster that they can control. Why not go out there and crack a few heads? That'll put a scare into those extractor egg creeps. Yeah. Viper agents have been sent to the southern jungle to collect eggs for the incubation yard. These are the direct orders of Tadaka Yamamoto, the man in charge of everything outside the main nest in Slither Beach. I'd really like to know what else those orders say, but the extraction squad leader won't give those up without a fight. Okay. Let's come back over here. Right, I'm salvaging these robots. That's what I'm doing. Not just messing up Viper. I'm grabbing parts from these robots. Why these robots are supposed to be having trouble here. They're of the same level. They've got plenty of support drones. Doesn't make any sense. Nice work. If those robots were outfitted with emotion chips, I'm sure they'd thank you. Well, surely it would be more if they were programmed to thank people that help them. Just having emotion chips doesn't... maybe it would. Maybe it would be enough to make them start acting human. Anyway. Thanks a bunch. I'll make sure these get shipped back to the repairs department ASAP. Best defense is... Viper is too well defended. The guard tower south of here and the others along the coast keep shooting down our surveillance drones. We take out the power for those towers and Viper is left defenseless, especially if giant monsters wander into the neighborhood. Defang Viper defenses. Viper keeps a strike force of guards around each of its watchtowers, and we can't exactly take out the watchtowers without taking down the guards, can we? Probably not. But I'll give it a go. Hold on a minute. These are demons. Fiery fiends from the flaming pits of the infernal netherworld. This combustible cur attacks with both blazing breath and a brutal bite. Who's summoning demons? What moron thinks this is a good idea? When has summoned demons into the world ever worked out well for the person doing it? Especially in a superhero universe. Like, okay, fair enough. I guess that you could say that it works okay in World of Warcraft. For warlocks, at least. It works sometimes in World of Warcraft, depending on who you are and to what extent you go. But it never works on a large scale. Tar snared. You are completely snared by tar. I'm not going to be high enough level for this, am I? Yeah. Missed some skills, not enough. Now then. Let's go get the other Viper towers. And what's that? Teleosaurs having a scrap with one another. Okay, well, we'll leave them to it. Can't say that I care much about that. Wow, he was here and the rest of his squad was over there. Nice cohesion, chaps. That really worked out well. Making sure that everyone stayed safe, didn't it? Ensured everyone could work together. Well, I say that. They didn't really have a hope against me. First time I did this, it took me fucking ages to realise I was supposed to attack the generators. Because I hadn't read the mission info. Reading the mission explains the mission. In most cases. Sometimes it doesn't, because the person writing the mission info assumes you have information that they have, and you don't. It happens to everyone. What mission is this supposed to be? Okay. Viper is trying to expand its Slither Beach operation. From the intel in these documents, that includes a boat dock. That must be why those hydrographic surveyors are spending so much time on the beach. Viper's Monster Island operation is too big already. Let's nip this thing in the bud. Okie dokie. Is he a tar trapper or a tart wrapper? Do you reckon? How many is I'm supposed to take down? 12. I've got 10 already. Jolly good. This won't take very long at all. We're right next to one of the defense towers. Where we're supposed to take out not just generator, but also tower commander. Hello, Mr. Tart Wrapper. So where's the commander? Oh, it's just defenders. Okay. I was already doing that. Fair enough. I think this is all the surveyors I need as well. It's jolly good. Do we just have the one tower left? Yes. Avoid that cavalry if we can. Don't need to fight them. Where's the rest of your squad? Over there. Oh, it's another tart wrapper. Okay, now Omicron tech crates. We must destroy some. Are we supposed to know what Omicron is? Is this the first time we're being introduced to the concept of Omicron? Well, those were obviously Omicron tech crates because destroying them ticked the progress of the mission up. Yes, bring swords to an electricity fight. I'm sure that'll go well. Really irritating that destructible objects don't get destroyed, or don't always get destroyed by AoE attacks, particularly ranged AoE attacks, or AoE attacks that need a target to work. Like, I could stand next to a bunch of crates and use a player-based AoE that doesn't need a target to use, and it would destroy them, because you're doing damage in a sphere. But something that requires a target, like Lightning Storm, does not automatically target destructible objects. It'll target enemies, but not destructible objects, which is irritating. No, exactly the same text as ordinary Viper leader, well, Viper members even. Like, there's nothing special about that guy except his name. There's nothing that sets him apart as a member of the Crimson Vipers or whatever it is, except for the fact that he's got Crimson Viper in the name. Which is a little disappointing. It would be quite nice if the text info... Oh, Scarlet. There we go, not Crimson. It'd be quite nice if the Scarlet Vipers had something in their name or in their info text to indicate what's special about them. Why I should care that they're Scarlet, not ordinary. Everyday run-of-the-mill Viper agents. Ah, it's a tart wrapper. Hello. Does he have any different info? No. They're being very noisy, aren't they? So quiet down. Ah, Telesaur egg. It's destructible. Fantastic. But targeting it doesn't bring up an info window. Annoyingly. Surprised that destroying them isn't a mission objective. Maybe we don't care about the eggs themselves as long as we get rid of the people that are taking care of them. Still seems a bit risky. Lightning bolt. Oh, didn't take him down. Obviously didn't charge up enough. Like, I would like to know what's different about Scarlet Serpents. And this would be an ideal place to describe what the difference is. Excellent work, hero. Get it? Excellent. What's wrong? You don't like egg puns? I like egg puns fine. I'm just worried about you. You do fine work, hero. Those Viper creeps didn't even know what hit them. Them's the breaks. Yet more egg puns. Listen up, kid. There's just too many of these blasted teleosaur eggs. Think of what happens when they hatch. It'll be a disaster. Bust up as many of those dadgum things as you can do. Do it for the sake of humanity. I knew that destructible egg objects would be a mission objective. I just don't know why I wasn't given that at the same time as taking out the egg dudes, the egg extractors. West of here, Viper has a facility to incubate a whole mess of teleosaur eggs. The last thing we need is more of these monsters around. The guards in the area have key cards. Nab a few to bypass security and shut down the incubator's heat sources. Valid tactic. Very sensible. Sadly, I can't say the same for every mission. Fantastic work, technical issues. This will allow us to get a much better idea of what Viper is up to. Defying Viper defenses. Nice moves out there, technical issues. Did you learn to fight like that in Shambhala? No. I don't have anyone teaching me how to fight. I fight with electricity. It's not something that you can really train for, I don't think. There is no telling what the cunning crooks at Viper are concocting next. We desperately need to get our hands, and that should be our, shouldn't it? Our hands on those Viper Serpentine Network reports. These Serpentine Network's reports are going to prove to be fascinating reading. We've got Viper on the ropes now, and we owe it all to you, technical issues. Stripes the beach. Haha, very funny. Good work. You might want to make sure you don't have any sand in your costume before your next mission. I don't really need to worry about that. It's sealed up to the neck. You don't want to worry about chafing while you're taking down some diabolical supervillain. Well, thank you for the consideration, but it's not an issue. Especially because I fly, and I don't think I touch down on the beach at all. Great work. The more distrust we stir up between Viper and Moreau's Manimals, the better. Didn't we already disrupt Viper and Manimal cooperation down here? Pretty sure that we did. Great. Whatever Viper is planning, I hope we put a major kink into it. Heroic champion. Complete 400 missions. Wow. That's a lot. Within Viper's well-guarded research facility, deep underground, one of Viper's twisted scientists, Dr. Dino Demogard. Yeah. I wonder if that name is going to be significant. Is experimenting on teleosaurs. If that isn't enough, he has Ripper, one of Dragon Branch's toughest, as his backup. This mission is dangerous. We already lost a squad investigating this place. You'll need a full team to handle it. Recommend Team 5. I'm probably okay. Tadataka Yamamoto is the Viper nest leader around these parts. The big cheese, the head honcho. Remember what I said about the best way to kill a snake? That's right. You cut off its head. Yeah, let's destroy the eggs. Destroy the incubation system. And then go up and... into the base and deal with whoever it is. Takatada... something... Tadataka Yamamoto and Ripper. Where were the eggs? Here. Here's an egg. Bye-bye, egg. Yes, very nice. Didn't think that one through, did you? Can I fly up inside it? Yes. Haha, I'm inside a tree. Tart wrapper. Another one. How can they shoot me whilst they're inside? I suppose they can see out. Look at this. There's trees blowing in the wind. Inside of a rock and a tree branch. Or maybe that's roots. This matches up pretty well, doesn't it? Shame about the other side. I wonder how... Was it just placed... I don't know what the map editor looks like. But that's pretty lazy work, isn't it? Maybe it was placed from this side. Where, that makes sense. But then just wasn't checked from this side. Have I only found one egg so far? It's not like they stand out or anything. Ah, there's a bunch of eggs here. Splendid. I don't like that, don't I? I've already dealt with you. Go away. Sufficient security clearance. Please use a security keycard. Okie dokie. That's obviously why I need a keycard from one of these guys. Come on. Why don't all of them have keycards? That's very stupid. Aha! Keycard. Splendid. Deactivate incubators. Can't finish off doing it for the rest of them. That's annoying. Lightning bolt. What's the last one? Go to Viper Nest. To the Viper Nest and defeat Dr. Democard. And his bodyguard, Ripper. Okay. There we are. Jolly good. This might be a bit difficult. Let's see how we go. Might have to leave this one on. I'm not struggling at the moment. Yeah, that's true. But there's a lot of dudes in here. That's a tart wrapper. And they're all 3 levels above me. And tough. I don't know quite what that means, but... Reach the computer lab and access the Serpentine network before Viper can sever the base's connection. You can gain extra time by using the security network nodes spread throughout the nest. Once you have the data, return to Major Kwame. Okay. Yeah, this is the only way through, isn't it? He's doing a lot of damage to me.
Dr. Demogard wants to see the effect his new Drache of Vapor has on you. You will feel tougher, stronger, and nearly invincible for as long as the Drache of Vapor is flowing. With this new advance, Viper will be unstoppable.
Oh, that's doing me a lot of damage. Ugh, wow. Yeah. Drache Vapors, stronger and tougher. Yeah, okay. I don't think that I'm going to be able to do this mission just at the moment. I think I'm probably going to want to come back and do it at a later point. So, let's mount up and head to hand in these missions. Hopefully that mission is the last in a chain instead of partway through. You like eggs, kid? You may not after I'm through with you. As far as I'm concerned, if I never see another blasted egg again, it will be too soon. Okay, so we have actually had that before. Great work, kid. I hope you got a good dry cleaner to get that gunk out of your costume. Ha! This will set back Viper's plans a bit. Yoke of oppression. Yes, very good. If that giant egg Viper is guarding hatches, it could mark doomsday for us all. They've got it incubating at the base of the volcano. If you adjust their equipment, we can fry the thing in its shell before it has a chance to get loose. This is a tough area, technical issues. Make sure to bring another superhero with you. I'm probably going to be fine in this instance. Recommended team of 2 I can probably manage. Team of 5, no. Turns out, especially when they've got a buff that increases their defense and damage. Viper's got a bunch of sentries around that giant egg, trying to make sure Until can't get to it. We need to take out that egg and the sentries. I don't care which comes first. Be careful though, this is going to be a hard task. You should bring another superhero with you on this mission. I, again, don't think that I need to. At the base of the base of the volcano, a bit to the northwest, Viper is monitoring a mega egg. It'd sure be nice to get Viper's data on that egg. It would be even nicer if you erased their mainframe after you got it for us. Yeah, sounds like excellent plan there. I agree. Fantastic work. We've really got Viper on the ropes now. Okay, oops, stuck in a tree. Wow. Oh boy, that's a big egg. I wasn't kidding. Hey, a hero. Just what I need. I'm trying to defect from Viper, but I was found out. Won't you please help me to safety? This defector could prove to be invaluable in the struggle against Viper. Help him in whatever way you can. Okie dokie. I assume that means an escort mission. Where exactly are you going, friend? You're a Viper operative who got assigned to Monster Island. You should be more capable than this. His info text is exactly the same as you would get. Where is he going? This isn't a path. Exactly the same info text as you would get on any other Viper. Dude. That's annoying. Oh, it's the weird tree. A tart wrapper. What route is he walking? I mean, yeah, fair enough. It's not a path, so as a result, it's not going to... Oh. Fooled me. Yes. Well done. You managed to pull all your friends. Wow, he's taking a lot of damage, isn't he? Pull all your friends into defeat by me. Well done. Where is Rampage of the Teleosaurus? Like, where's the start point? Weird. Also, just because that one defector was a fake doesn't mean I'm going to ignore all other defectors, or that you should. Tart wrapper. Access the mainframe. Oh, it's interactable as well. I wonder why. Examine the signs. The largest and most ambitious of Viper's many worldwide operations, Viper's primary mandate on Monster Island is to spy on their many rivals and enemies on the island, and obtain as much technology and potential weaponry as possible. The Island Nest Viper Laboratory benefits from advances and discoveries of Viper's other projects and programs, including Project Stein in the southwestern desert and Project Awakening in northwestern Canada. So, should we expect to see psychic super soldiers? These discoveries are being incorporated into a program in Monster Island to enhance Viper soldiers through the use of Omicron technology. So, should we expect, well, not just psychic super soldiers, but also Grundling super soldiers? Oh, pull these guys back then. Alright. Have a nap. Tart wrapper. Good night, tart wrapper. Increase egg temperature. Yep. Oh, it's starting to smoke. More smoke. Good-o. That's what we want. Well, I don't like egg. I don't want cooked egg. The only time I can tolerate egg is if it's in a cake or something where I can't taste it. But in this case, cooked egg is exactly what I want. Cut that out. Oh, it's on fire! That can't be good for the egg, can it? Splendid. Inventory is full. This isn't though. Oh shit! No, that's not what I wanted to do. Bollocks. Where's the hand in? Oh, here. Right. Whoa, that was some grade A superheroics out there. Those Viper sentries were a bunch of chickens next to a real superhero like you. Well, those Viper guys sure have egg on their faces after this op. Yeah. Major Blixen needs some extra hands over in Echinocus Shores. Echinocus, okay. And I know you're just the hero to help him out. Technical issues. Get over there. How do I get rid of this nightmare? Ooh, interesting. Oh, right. Take all. Okay. Let's sell all of that before we come up here to a Major Isaac Blixen. Off we go. Just enough time left. We want B17, not New Cornage. We'll have just enough time left to. Wow, these are big skeletons, aren't they? To get started on the next area before 11 o'clock, the end of today's stream. Officer. Lava effect is pretty cool. I've found all the areas of Monster Island. Nice. Here to take on these Elder Worms, eh, hero? Sure. I mean, I didn't know that that's what I was here for, but yes. Hope you don't mind getting dirty. These foul creatures want nothing less than to conquer the Earth and destroy all of humanity. That sounds pretty bad. Ah, technical issues. I've been expecting you. Welcome to Echinocus Shore. Complete 130 Monster Island missions. Nice. So, of the 400 missions I've completed, that's 130. That's not half, but it might well be the majority so far. Until agent assigned to Echinocus Shores. Blixen once lost a whole team. Oop, let's move out of the way of that. Don't want to get. How did it get through the rock above us? Okay. Once lost a whole team to a savage elderworm attack and now pursues them obsessively. Mission Mega Dryals. Okay. Some of the toughest of these creatures are the patrolling elderworm Mega Dryals. Let's get rid of these nasty things. That will give us a fighting chance for the next stage of our operation. The Mega Dryals are surrounding the humidiators that are scattered on each side of the rock bridge, north of the vermeted caverns. Operation investigation. The Elderworm's leader, Slug, was once human. Ooh, looks like that does actually do damage to me. Fair enough. Was once human. He was an archaeologist named Michael Perkins who unearthed the worms and paid a terrible price. His spirit haunts this neighborhood, but maybe if you're lucky he'll have some tips on how to defeat Slug. He is south of the vermeted caverns next to the rock bridge. So his body got warped into Slug, but his spirit was ejected and wanders the land. Interesting. It's not the heat. Have you noticed every day it gets more and more humid around here? It's those blasted elder worms terraforming the area with those strange vaporative humidiator gadgets. We need to destroy those big machines before Monster Island becomes uninhabitable for humans. The humidiators are scattered around the entrance to the vermeted caverns on both sides of the rock bridge. Oh, this will be the spirit, won't it? Michael Perkins. I thought I was making the archaeological discovery of a lifetime. Instead, I found only death. Slug, the lorder of the Elderworms, took over my body. Now my spirit is trapped here, and will remain so as long as the evil Slug maintains control over what used to be my body. That sucks. What is it? Did someone finally pay heed to my desperate pleas for help? Archaeologist who dug up the worm gem and became possessed by evil elder worm known as Slug. What a name. So let's go and do the farthest one first. Oops. Psychic soldiers on the front lines of the war against humanity. These deadly warriors attack with psi blades and powerful telekinetic waves. Okay. We've probably faced Mega Dryals before, or at least something like them. Oh no, it's not a destructible object, but I have to interact with it to destroy it, or to deactivate it. Oh, skill not high enough. Okay. Let's come to this one next. Ah, it's there. They are quite big, aren't they? And don't... This one doesn't have a guard. Maybe somebody else is in the area doing the mission. Just one more. Here we are. That's a pair of Mega Trials. And then this mission is just defeat a bunch of Mega Trials. Okay. There's one. That's a warrior. I wonder what the difference between warriors and Mega Trials are. Or if there is even a functional difference. Besides the name. Okay, it's 11 o'clock, and once I've found all the Mega Trials I need to destroy or take on or whatever, that will be it for the evening, I think. The area in which you find Mega Trials isn't very big, is it? Oh, there's one. Get back here, you little shit. Pulled another one. Whoops. Place gem on mystical pillar. That sounds like a good idea. Need a worm gem. Okay. guess I don't have enough worm gems. It's a pretty thoroughly burnt tree, isn't it? Is it a tree? Probably. Oh, that's a worm gem, I expect. Collect a worm gem. That's 2. And I'm sure I saw something like that over here. Oh, there's a mega trial. Ah yes, here we are. Whoops. Fly too close to the flying patrol. Oh, that doesn't look like fun, does it? Well, I would like to help you, but I don't have a mission to do so, and therefore I cannot. I'm curious about what exactly is going to happen over here with worm gems on mystic pillars. Oh, I need 4 total. I was hoping because I'd done 1. That would count towards my total, but apparently not. That's annoying. Well, at least these are still here. Enter temple. That sounds like a good idea. Let's do that. This is full of elder worms. We're all level 39. Ah, it's a Lemurian temple. Heat convection? What's that? Can you eat it? These are elder worms, and he just said, kill the human in tribute to the dark kings of Edom. So the elder worms, at least these ones, serve the kings of Edom, which is bad news. Anyway, Let's continue to kill... Can you only enter if you've got 4 of those gems? Oh, fair enough. Let's continue to take out those Mega Dryals. Defeat Quijibo. No thanks. I've only got 2 left. And there's 2 here. Oh no, that's a warrior. That's not what I want. But here's a Mega Dryal. Splendid. Yeah, we can hand this in. Nice work, but don't get cocky. I've seen more powerful heroes than you fall after underestimating Elder Worms. The denizens of Monster Island can breathe easier thanks to your efforts. Another job well done, my friend. Presumably, I'm not high enough level yet. I might have to go back to Lemuria. Or try doing one of these, I guess. Anyway, that'll be for Wednesday. So, thank you for coming along to the stream. I appreciate everyone who has watched, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.